saying that's not who they are. And I gotta believe it. They're saying that those images are just images that society wants to so that's one of the main things, is being connected and being appreciated.
Hello, my name is Jamaris Bond and I'm a senior here at Mission High School. I would describe myself as very outspoken. I'm very passionate about anything that has to do with social equity, food justice, educational opportunities, work opportunities, anything revolving around that. I love to be involved.
A big thing I think something that's really important is having that community, and I think having that support system that looks like us is important. And also, how she said, having that heritage, like having what we can contribute to society is important, because that's what empowers me. Knowing that my people created this, and like you guys say we couldn't, but we did it anyway. Like that is my motivation. My dad, okay, this is about my story. My dad was, this is something that got me going to my school. I said in college, you know, the North Star. There are angels you know how much determination it took and how much faith it took to follow a star? You have an ounce of that determination, that faith, it's in everything. And that's like kind of kept me going. But
Mission on a mission.
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 Mission on a mission. We're trying to wake you up, so there you go.
Everybody was asleep right about now. How you doing this evening? I'm Linda Jordan, and I'm with a phenomenal team. We're from Mission High School, and we put together a challenge for our African American students, particularly our young ladies. I do want to say that Eric Guthers, our principal, is not able to be here this evening because we have open house in Mission High, and so that's where he is right now. But I'd like for the team to introduce themselves.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aisha Richmond. I am an English teacher and also work with the Special Education Department at Mission High School. Also an alumni, class of 2012. And I also just graduated from the Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, the first HBCU.
I'm Oliva Gibson. I'm an executive director in the lead division, which supports Cohort 5. I am also not an alumni of Mission, but an SFUSD student. So it's full circle.
Hi, I am Tamara. I am a senior at Mission High School.
Good evening, everyone. I am Destiny Joseph. Just like Aisha, I am an alum of Mission High School. I am now a 10th grade
And our challenge this evening is how might we shape the outcome, how might we shape our African American female students' identity so that they are strengthened with connections between students and adults to cultivate a rich environment for them and choices. That's our main challenge. That's all we're talking about tonight. The way we came about our challenge was we talked to the students. We did some focus groups. We talked to parents. We talked to teachers. We talked to community members, community-based organizations. And this is what came out. And we were able to streamline it. First we had like a litany of things. And we had to streamline it down because we knew we only had 10 minutes. But we knew we could include that litany in our design for what it is we want to do. Okay. The strong relationships with teachers is very important. It's the last thing on the list, but it's a very important piece. Because when students are feeling connected to instructors, they're willing to go the extra mile because they believe in what you're telling them. They're willing to step in and say, I can do this, because you believe in it. You know, they walk through life a lot of times. They don't have great parents, like Miss Grady over there, Tamara's mom. But they do have people in the school building that will supply them with a lot of encouragement and just nourishment. It has to be culturally relevant. It seriously has to be culturally relevant, because in this day and time, people need to know about their own history and the heritage of African Americans. Even though it's touched upon in our ethnic studies courses and it's touched upon in our U.S. history courses, we need to focus it down for girls so they understand, what they came from and why they are what they are. I'm gonna turn it over to Dr. Hughes right now.
So as you know, as a part of our strategic plan for San Francisco Unified School District, we talk about the graduate profile, and our charge is to ensure that every child is college and career ready. That means every child. And one that really resonated with us as we were going through this whole process was the sense of purpose, sense of self piece, where we want our SFUSD graduates who possess the grit and to persist in long-term efforts and persevere toward important goals. And so that's what we want to do, is really touch the resilient spirit that these children have so that they be successful. Now, what's our reality? Some of you have seen this before, but we really want you to understand that when children enter into our district, there is a gap. And what you notice there is African American students are probably the lowest who are considered kindergarten ready at 40% as compared to other groups. Students exiting our school, there is a gap. Where you notice the green line at the bottom represents African Americans as the lowest in terms of the rate of graduation from 2010 to 2014. And then when we take it further, when we look at the juvenile probation referrals by race, notice that the tallest line or tallest on the table is African American. Just recently from DCYF, Department of Children, Youth, and Families Needs Assessment for 2016, although African American students or African American youth make up 6% of the city's population, 40% of all those who were arrested between 2010 and 2014 were African American. According to the San Francisco Juvenile Probation Department, 53% of its referrals were African American youth. And then when you break it down by some bookings between the males and the females, the males were 34%, but what was alarming is 49% were female.
So is there a need? Is there a need?
Yes.
I think there is. And I think the need, what we've exhibited so far speaks to the need, and it speaks to how we can cultivate a course to address some of this and build upon it. And as we do that at Mission, Guadalupe, we can roll it out across the district.
So there's something successful happening at Mission.
Well, there's some things going on in Mission. What you're looking at now is some data provided, Victor Fu back in the back from the African American Leadership and Academic Leadership Initiative kind of supplied this information for us. You're looking at the green line. The green line is all of the females in San Francisco Unified School District. All females, no matter what the ethnicity is. The blue line are the African American females in Mission. And as you see, in 2012-13, it was pretty high. But since that period of time, it's dropped. And it's dropped too many points. Too many points. We're getting a wrap up from over there, from our coach, Stacy. Okay. So, long-term goals?
So some of our long-term goals for this course that we were talking about, we want to interrupt that systematic oppression, build healthy relationship with caring adults, increase critical thinking and academic achievement and social emotional support, cultivate a culture of excellence among our African American females. We will provide assistance to our young ladies to foster a positive sense of self, which will enable them to see beyond the stereotypical images produced by our society today, increase the ability to foster and maintain a healthy lifestyle. So with this course, we came up with 3 really important components. We came up with that cultural relevant curriculum, something that is near and dear to me because that what got me where I am today, knowing what the people before me created. That's what kept me strong. Also that mentorship piece. People that look like me in those positions that I want to see myself in. Not just, it gives that hope, and that's something that I feel like our work is missing today. And that experiential learning, that learning where you're going to law firms because you want to be a lawyer. You're visiting Genentech labs because you want to be a researcher.
Okay, so one of our components, our first component is cultural relevant, creating a cultural relevant curriculum. We as a team believed in the term Sankufa, which means in order to get where you're going, you must know your past. The term Sankufa will be the running theme of the class. We will educate students on ancient African history and significant contributes to civilization. The second component is membership. As Ms. Joseph had mentioned, we want to bring in mentors who can come in and bring a positive image to our young ladies, show them that they have these higher positions, that they're able to do something in life, you know. Mentors, we also have a mentor night that we're thinking of bringing up. We want the mentors to pair up with our students and really get to understand them and know them and bring them to a more better living circumstance and want to grow better.
We talked about experiential learning.
Yeah.
And we don't want to forget the parent engagement
Right.
piece.
Parents are extremely important. We can't do this work without the parents. We can set up things, we can build things, we can create things, but if parents are not involved, it's not going to happen. If parents are not supporting it, it's not going to happen. So it's very important for parents to be sitting at the table with us and having these conversations around what we're doing with the young ladies. So that's a very significant piece, as evidenced by a parent here tonight.
So what you're looking at, and some of you have, is the course on a 6-month timeline.